Okay, so welcome friends. Again, we are having a class, the third class in this series on learning the basics of astrology. And the basics of astrology is something always a challenge for most people. So I meet a lot of people who learn astrology, but they don't know the basics. There are many basic things they don't know. So uh, yeah, so it's like, very tricky. There was a woman, she said, I like men who have Saturn in a certain sign. And I said, that means you like men who are 10 years older than you. And she didn't know that Saturn in a certain sign means certain thing, certain age group. So she didn't know because basics are not in place for most people. So I'll be explaining in simple English how to interpret the basics of astrology. And with me is Miss Harleen from Jaipur, and she will be the student at the receiving end. So, first class was about houses, second class is about planets. So, you can check that on YouTube. So, the houses, so I'll just share the screen and uh, make it clear what we are talking about so far. So, houses in astrology, if we look at the sky above us at the time of birth, we divide it into 12 parts called as what?
Houses.
Houses. And each part represents certain area of life.
Yes.
Like as we discussed that seventh house is for marriage, 10th house is for career. Then we look at fourth house for mother, 10th house for father. So there are different significations for different areas of life. So we can say that the houses represent a certain area,
Area.
right? In a very simple way.
Yeah.
Of course, this as we become advanced, there will be more interpretations, there will be more ideas about this. But as of now, definitely, yes, we can say that houses represent the areas of life. And planets represent the quality. So certain planet, let's say Jupiter comes in seventh house, it will do something. Saturn coming in 10th house, let's say, will do something. So these kind of things we will see and we will interpret. Now, the next class, what we have to do is the current class, what we are going to do is, let's say, so I said last time that we have the first house, let's say,
Yeah.
and we always mark the houses with
Roman numbers.
Roman numbers. So that is for a specific ease of learning that we do that. And let's say first house is there, second house is there. And we know that second house is the house of money.
Yeah.
And let's say someone's second house is connected with ninth house.
Mm.
And we know that ninth house is the house of foreigners. So they will earn from foreigners. They
Twelfth
will
house is
earn.
the house of,
Sorry?
isn't it? 12th house is the house of foreigners, isn't it?
Yeah, but we discussed that last time, that ninth house and 12th house. So ninth house is the house of foreign land and foreigners also. So uh, yeah, so the money will come from foreign land for this kind of person. If second house is connected, let's say with 11th house, then money will come from their friends or social connections, social life, networking of some kind, dealing with people. So that can be the way of earning money. Second house is connected to fourth house. Fourth house is the home. So maybe they will give a room in their house on rent or something like that. And they will earn money from that. Second house coming from eighth house. Again, money coming from your inheritance because eighth house is the house of hidden gains. And it can also be insurance. It can also be some mysterious hidden money coming to the person.
stock market, does stock market come in 8th house?
Yeah, stock market is a little complex. We'll discuss that some other time because it
Okay.
comes under multiple houses. So now we'll simplify things because when we learn, we have to learn, simple things first. Because what they do on YouTube is to impress people, they will show you all the complex things first. And the beginner doesn't know what is complex, what is simple. If you feed a child tandoori chicken, the child will try to gulp it, a baby. But then the child will not be able to digest it. So that is why we are going to talk about something called as rulership of planets. So now I want to talk about, before we go to rulership, I want to talk about something called as the Panch Tattva, 5 elements. So 5 elements: fire, air, space, earth, water.
Space and earth are two different elements.
Yeah. Earth is mitti. Space means space. Yeah.
Yeah.
Earth
So I
is,
thought there were 4 elements only.
no. 5 elements. Panch Tattva bolte hai na. In India, we call it Panch Tattva, 5 elements.
Okay.
So fire, air, space, earth, water. Just look at my fingers. Fire, air,
Fire,
space,
space, earth, water.
water. That is why we do this when we want to go to the toilet. Right?
Yeah.
So, and when we want someone to go ahead with something, we say thumbs up, fire,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Fire.
Right? So these are 5 elements. So to remember it, FASE and then W. So FASE, so we can remember it as face. Face. So that will make it easier to remember. FASE, face. So fire, air, space, earth, water. Now in Mudra Chikitsa, when we use different kinds of mudras in yoga, we join the different fingers. That is to connect the different elements. So someone's, let's say, fire is very strong. So we may combine it with earth or we may combine it with water, and we will do some combination to reduce that fire because their body is getting too heated up. So that is the idea. So that is why we have different mudras in mudra therapy. In the therapy of, different, you can call them finger postures or whatever it is. But that is why we do these mudras, So it is not just for style. Why we sit. This is Dhyan Mudra. Right? So Dhyan Mudra. So then there are different mudras, Dhyan Mudra, Gyan Mudra, different things are there. So we are not interested much in the mudras. And also in classical music, classical dance, you will see a lot of mudras. While dancing, they will do different mudras and this and that. So that also has a specific meaning. So, and when you see, certain saints also, they give you blessings in certain mudras. Someone will give like this, someone will give like this, someone will give like this, because they want to give a certain energy to you based on the elements. So it is not random. All these things have a meaning. So now what I'll do is I'll again share very simple way. There are 3 signs. Now we are going to use normal numbers. Let me just use the text. So we are going to use normal numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there are how many signs?
3. No, 12.
3 signs?
No, 12 signs.
9, 10, 11, 12. Okay? So 12 signs are there. And they all have a specific number allotted to them. And of course, space element is not available to us, or we cannot see it, or we cannot know it in a sense. So that is why the 4 elements, there are 3 signs each under each element. Okay, so just observe what I'm doing now. So this information you'll find online, so there's no need to write. Aries is the first fire sign.
Fire sign.
Leo is the second fire sign.
Sagittarius.
And Sagittarius is the third fire sign. Now look at the numbers. 1, 5,
5 and
9. Okay, so 3 signs. Now we'll come to earth signs.
9. Taurus.
Taurus. Number 6 is Virgo
Left.
and Capricorn. So again, 2, 6, 10. Now air signs.
Gemini.
Gemini, Libra,
And Aquarius.
so again 3, 7, 11. Okay. And we have Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Okay, so now we'll come to what to do with these signs. But before that, you saw 1, 5, 9 was fire signs. So they are in a triangle. That is a fire triangle. So in each chart, you see 1, 5, 9 in North Indian Vedic astrology chart. 1, 5, 9 will be in triangle to each other.
Okay.
2, 6, 10 will be again trine to each other. 2, 6, 10. Then 3, 7, 11.
11.
So, and 4, 8, 12. So you just add 4 and you get the next sign of that element. Right? So everything is arranged in a certain way. It is not random, one day they decide drinking and they decide, okay, chalo, let's have so and so number of finds and let's have them, So it's all very carefully designed by the rishis. Okay. So now let's talk. See, we won't talk too much about the qualities of each sign because that will take a lot of time. And that you can read from certain reference materials that I will give. But we'll talk about who are the rulers of each sign. Because each sign has a ruler.
Okay.
And the ruler will help you to connect that house to another house. We will come to that. So don't worry about writing and all. Just observe what I'm doing.
Okay.
So Mars is the ruler of Aries. Aries is the first sign. And it is ruled by Mars. So it is the sign of action. Okay. Leo is the second sign.
Venus, I guess, to be perfectionist.
No, forget about Venus now. Why you're going to Venus suddenly?
No, I thought because perfectionist होते हैं ना ये लोग.
No, but no. Leo, Venus, we have not discussed only.
Okay.
Yeah. So forget Venus for now. Only Venus we can't discuss, no, every class. So now see the 3 fire signs: Mars, Sun, Jupiter. So Aries is ruled by Mars. Who is Mars?
Activity, action. Soldier.
Soldier, warrior, right? And Aries is the classical sign of action, adventure, warriorship, sports, things like that. Second is Leo. Now, Leo is also a fire sign, but it is ruled by Sun. And who is Sun?
Father.
Yeah, Sun is the king or the father. Yeah, so Sun is the king. Of course, for Harleen, father is a king. That is a different thing. But in general, it is king, leadership.
Yeah.
So Leo is about leadership. It is also a fire sign, but it is not the commander. It has not that kind of fire quality. It is more about pride, ego, leadership. So Leo people who have, wherever you have Leo in your chart, you will like praise in that area. Let's say so this is not like there is one Leo person and there is a Virgo person. No, all 12 signs are there in everyone's chart. Just listen. Forget about that writing and all. Sun is, because what I'm saying is important. What you are going to write, you'll find it anywhere. But what I'm saying is important. And if you have an objection, you raise that. Because when we talk about it, we get more knowledge.
Yeah.
So now you can imagine, what my avatar will be as we go in advanced classes.
No, it's not.
So initially we show, we are nice and this, that. But later, the subject is so demanding that training becomes tough. So now Leo is ruled by Surya, sun. So Leo is there in everyone's chart in some house. Each house is associated with a sign. So everyone's life, wherever their Leo is placed, you will know that is the area where you have to praise them. They want praise for that particular area.
Okay.
Because Leo, let's say somebody's second house is Leo. Then they would want to be praised for their education. They would want to be praised for their cooking. Sorry?
Finances, money.
Yeah, finances also. But I think finances, no one praises, oh, you have a lot of money. I don't think anyone praises as such, like that. So, because socially, we don't praise someone just for having money. And so that is again Deshkal Patra, But you can praise them for things like cooking, food. Food is second house. Second, sorry? Voice. You praise them for their voice. You praise them for their clothes, because clothes is also second house, resources. Okay?
Yes.
Now, third fire sign is Sagittarius. And it is ruled by Jupiter. Who is Jupiter?
Guru.
Jupiter is the guru. Jupiter is the priest. So, Sagittarius is about the exploration of knowledge. Ninth sign, Sagittarius. Similar to ninth house, the house of higher knowledge. Sagittarius, ninth house. Ninth house is also foreign land. So Sagittarius likes to explore new lands. What is the sign of Sagittarius?
That Tir Kaman wala.
Yeah. Say in English.
I don't know. I can't just get the word for it.
Yeah. So in English it is called archer.
Archer, yeah.
So archer and half body is a horse. Because that horse represents again that fire part.
Yeah.
So now see the common thing. Aries is the warrior. Leo is also fierce leader. Sagittarius is also fierce explorer. So all three are fierce, F-I-E-R. Again, that root of that word is from fire.
Yeah.
So these are very fierce signs. So wherever you have your fire quadrant. So in your chart, let me show you how it works. It may be a little complicated, but just understand it in a simple way. If you don't understand also, it's okay right now. Because it's a little bit difficult. Some people might not understand. So let's say we have 1, 5, 9. Okay. Aries, Leo, Sag. This becomes one
Triangle.
triangle. So this fire triangle, whatever is there, whatever planets are there, whatever houses are there, for someone it might be 1, 5, 9 in this manner. 2, 6, 10. Sorry, here. 2, 6, 10. Right? 2, 6, 10. So that will also be a area where they will, these areas, they will have fire. They will want to do certain action. They will feel energized in those areas. Right? So someone's first house itself is Leo, let's say. Then they will want praise for themselves. They will want that kind of attention. So ascendant sign, as I said, is very important. We call it a rising sign. The ascendant sign is very important. Moon sign is very important. And then sun sign and others in Indian astrology. Western astrology, okay, some people will only look at sun, but that doesn't say much about the person. Now let's look at Earth. So Earth, Taurus is ruled by Venus. 2, 6, 10 is Earth. Taurus is ruled by Venus. Virgo is ruled by Mercury. And Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. So these are Earth signs. Now Earth signs will show stability. Again, they are in triangle 2, 6, 10. So what it will be? Taurus is the sign. It is the first Earth sign. So it represents the qualities of practicality. Earth gives us what?
Stability.
No. Earth gives us what?
Earth gives us land.
Yeah, well, land gives what?
Land gives home.
No. So land gives home is, yeah, so home is one part of it. But it is all about food, clothing, shelter.
No.
So main thing is we get food from the earth.
Earth, yeah.
Without food, you can't survive. Without home, you can survive. For some days at least. But without food, you can't survive.
Yeah.
Right? So the farming is the most important, most practical profession because it is Taurus. But how many times you go to a farmer and take his autograph? Never. How many times you go to a cook and take his autograph? Never. Because we are taught to idolize whom? All the Amitabh Bachchan, Shah Rukh Khan. And they never come in our lives. They never help us with anything. But all our food comes from the farmer. But never we say thank you to the farmer. Never we say thank you to the one who cooks. Right? Even to a mother, we say, kya? No namak, no salt. What is this rubbish you have cooked? You know? So we never thank the person who gives us food. So Taurus is second sign. So just like second house, resources. And resources for a practical living. So Taurus means, and also the trait of Taurus people is they are earth sign. So they can be little stubborn. They can be little strong-headed. Things like that. Okay. Anything else you know about Taurus?
No. I don't know much about Earth sign.
Yeah. So Taurus is about your practical matters. Taurus is also about, again, your voice, your teaching, what you speak. Also comes under Taurus because Taurus is the second sign. So second sign will have some similarities with second house, but not entirely the same.
Okay.
Some similarity will be there. Now Virgo and Taurus, what is the symbol we use? Bull. So bull again, bull, no?
Bull. Yeah.
Bull. So bull is used by the farmer. Right? How many times you say thank you to the bull? Never.
Yeah.
The bull is doing all the work and everything, and you say, oh, bull is coming, let's run away. But bull is feeding you. If bull doesn't have energy, you will not get food. Of course, now there is tractor, but still bull is required. And the bull is Taurus.
Oh.
So Taurus is bull because it represents the strength, earth element. If earth element is reduced, your stability is gone, your strength is gone. So you will see the persons who are wrestlers and all, they become like bulls, strong. Sand jaisa hai. You will say, they say sand. Sand means bull, right?
Yeah.
They become strong. So that's why they feed them milk and they eat, so that they become strong like a bull. So the symbol itself tells you a lot about that sign, which means this sign is about eating. So if someone's Taurus is their 10th house, what business they can do?
Taurus is in 10th house. Could be activity related.
So food, no? Restaurant.
Hard work.
Food, restaurant.
Food. Yeah.
That's what I was talking about, food. That's why I asked you the next question.
Mm.
So food, so you want to become like a wrestler, you become like a bull, you go to a restaurant, you eat good food, or you have something related to health food. So Aries is the gym, where you become strong, because Mars, sports. But without Taurus, you can't be Aries.
Yeah.
Aries cannot be there, because Taurus means you have to, after gym, what you do? You go to the, you go to eat, no?
Yeah.
To gym, you have to eat, no? You feel hungry after working out and have your protein shake and things like that.
Yeah.
So Taurus is about eating. It is about food, clothing, shelter. So if you have a roof on top of yours, it is because of Taurus. But how many times we thank the person who built the house? We don't thank. Right? And we look at Shah Rukh Khan's photo whole day, Amitabh Bachchan. Right? Who is your favorite actor, Arlene?
I like that. I'm forgetting his name. Daniel.
If you forget name,
Elijah and yeah, no, I like him. Like Indians in Bollywood, I like Siddharth Malhotra. But in Hollywood, there is one Daniel concept.
Yeah. Yeah. So Siddharth Malhotra, what is he doing for you? Nothing, zero. When you're in trouble also, nothing. So he cannot do anything for you, but we will idolize those people, But they will never do anything for you in your lifetime. So that is how we live, We live in illusion.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so anyway, so when I ask my foreign students, they don't know any celebrity because they don't care, They say, well, why is he relevant to us? Why is Brad Pitt relevant to us? Why is Mother Teresa relevant to us? They are not relevant to our lives. They have nothing to do. They are not helping us in our practical life. So when they, hopefully, maybe they will say my name if it is celebrities and they have to talk. Because they know me and I help them. So anyway, now which is the next sign we have to discuss? Virgo. Right? Earth sign is Virgo. 2, 6, 10. Next earth sign is Virgo ruled by Mercury. So Virgo is sixth sign, similar to sixth house, which is the house of routine, service. So Virgo, health. So Virgo is related to the nurses, to the healers, doctors. Virgo, because they have to give us service. So 10th house is Virgo, then you will talk to them about service profession. Right?
Yeah.
So someone's, let's say 10th house is Sagittarius. I will talk about teaching profession or something to do with counseling, guiding others, things like that. If someone's 10th house is Capricorn, I will talk about administration. Because, next sign is Capricorn, which is again an earth sign.
Yeah.
So first earth sign was what? Taurus.
Taurus.
Food, clothing, shelter.
Right.
Sixth is Virgo is service.
Virgo, service.
After all the eating, you get sick because you don't thank the farmer. Then you have to go to the doctor.
Yeah.
So Virgo is about doctor, day-to-day routine, nutritionist, people who we go for health purposes, healers.
Yeah.
So Virgo is service. Then is Capricorn. Capricorn is authority, sign of authority, because 10th sign, similar to 10th house. Many qualities will be similar to 10th house. So it's an authority related sign. And it is about structure. So what is the symbol of Capricorn?
I don't know.
Yeah. So symbol is a goat, mountain goat.
Okay.
So the goat has bones, so it has a strong structure. So Capricorn is again an earth sign, as we know. So these are all very practical matters. Earth is about practicality. That's why we tell people, no? We say if someone is practical, what we say, he is down to earth. Right? Zameen se, in Hindi we say, Zameen se juda hua hai, down to earth, which means he's a practical person. He knows practical things. How to cook, how to make tea, how to serve the guests. But if someone's earth in this triangle of 2, 6, 10, if there are no planets, that person won't have those skills.
Yeah.
So then that person will bring cold drink and put it in the glass without washing the glasses.
Yeah.
Right? So we know people like that whose earth is not strong. So practically they cannot think, they cannot make decisions. How to take rickshaw, how to book Uber, simple things they cannot do. So someone has to do. So earth has to be strengthened for these people because they may be not having planets in the earth signs. Or there may be bad planets, afflictions in the earth signs. So afflictions are there, still earth will be strengthened if there are afflictions, but then they might do something bizarre with it. So Capricorn is ruled by whom? Saturn. Saturn. So Saturn is about order. So systems come under Capricorn. Structures come under Capricorn. So wherever Capricorn is on someone's ascendant, first house, what will happen? They will think in a structured manner, systematic manner.
Yeah.
If someone's Capricorn is 10th house, they will be suited for an administration profession. Something where they need a administrator. So these are all practical things. 2, 6, 10. Correct?
Yes. Can you wait a minute? I should put my device on charge.
Okay.
Rather.
Yeah, do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just switch off your camera. Yeah.
Is it all right now?
Yeah. Now we discussed what? 2, 6, 10 we discussed the earth signs. Now the next one is, what is the next one? Sorry?
Air signs are next.
Air signs. Gemini. So Gemini is ruled by Mercury. 3, 7, 11. Libra is ruled by Venus. And Aquarius ruled by Saturn. 3, 7, 11. Okay. So let us mark these signs which we are discussing. What is it? 3, 7, 11. So these are the air signs. So air is all about ideas. Air is about how we think, ideas, And Gemini is the first air sign. So Gemini is very much about thoughts. It is also ruled by Mercury. So Gemini is about being intellectual, expression. And it is a bit like third house, which is the house of activity, expression, speaking. So it is best is like it is a very much a Mercury oriented sign. Qualities of Mercury and Gemini are very similar. Speaking, intellect, humor. So if your Gemini is afflicted, you may not have a sense of humor. You may not be able to do things intellectually, not able to understand things like that. And Gemini also is about confusion because Gemini, we show the sign is what? Twins. Twins. So twins means there is a confusion in some way. So it is a sign for duality, for confusion. And it is Gemini. Yeah. So it is related to that. Then Libra is the second air sign. Libra. Now, Libra is all about beauty, just like Venus. But also Libra is a lot about balance, justice. The symbol itself is weighing scale. Yeah, weighing scale. So weighing scale is used to show the justice, concept of justice, but it also means concept of balance. Right? So there is a idea of beauty, there is an idea, and also Libra is seventh sign. So like seventh house, it represents relationships. Seventh is not activity, it is relationships.
It is partnership.
Partnership, yeah, relationship. So relationship requires balance. Balance of two, masculine, feminine. So there is always the partner should have anything. If you are partnering with someone, they have to have the opposing qualities, complementary qualities. Otherwise, they cannot get along and then the thing cannot work. So Libra is about this balance. So wherever Libra is there in your chart, whichever house and whichever planet is placed there, in those matters, you will need to find that balance. You will need to find a balance, balancing the scale. So that balancing aspect comes for Libra. So in short, I say that about Libra, then we move to Aquarius. Now, Aquarius is an air sign where the most number of ideas, original thinking come. Because Aquarius is the one which is producing all the scientists, thinkers. So whichever area in your life you have Aquarius, you will be unconventional. You will try to do new things. And people who have lots of planets in Aquarius, they will try to think unconventionally, think different, creative. So Aquarius is a sign for doing something new, creative, unconventional.
Okay.
So it's also the sign of technology. So without Aquarius, there cannot be technology.
Okay.
So these are the air sign aspects.
Yeah, I wanted to ask something. Like whichever sign is ruled by whichever planet, the planet affects certain qualities of that sign. Like
the planet rules that sign.
Yeah, it rules that sign, but it gives certain qualities to that sign. Like Capricorn is structured and disciplined, and whereas Aquarius is more of a innovator and
yeah. So because we have the element, that's why we discuss the element first, no?
Yeah.
So Capricorn is earth sign of Saturn. Aquarius is air sign of Saturn.
Okay.
So it is different because Capricorn wants stability. Aquarius wants to fly in the ideas, air sign. So air makes you fly. If you don't have air, you won't have ideas. And also there is a sort of, now there's a new planet called as Uranus. So in modern astrology, we assign Uranus to Aquarius because Uranus has more of the qualities of Aquarius. It is about unconventional things and things like that. So Uranus is also a ruler of Aquarius. And Saturn is ruler of Capricorn.
Okay.
Also, secondary ruler of Aquarius is Rahu in traditional astrology.
Okay.
And secondary ruler of one more planet, Ketu is for Scorpio. We'll come to that. Now, again, let's look at Cancer. Cancer is water. So Moon, Scorpio, Mars, 4, 8, 12. And Pisces, Jupiter. So water sign. Water is about emotions. Water is about flow, emotions, nurturing. Water quenches the thirst. So it is about nourishment also. It is about things which are soft, artistic, things like that. But Cancer will come under that, which is the mother, taking care, nurturing, water quality. Right? So if a child scratches the mother, does something, the mother doesn't shout, oh, Harleen, get lost, go to hell. The mother accepts, not when Harleen is a big girl, but when she was small. She will accept, mother, she will bite her mother, she will do things. Because the mother accepts, but the father may or may not accept. So there is a mothering quality, nurturing quality, which is related to the moon and related to water.
Fourth sign of fourth house also.
And Cancer is the sign for nourishing. So Cancer will represent things which are comforting, which are nourishing. It's similar to fourth house.
Yeah.
So qualities of 4,000 Cancer are quite similar. So Cancer becomes someone's 10th house of career. They need to do something which is nourishing, nurturing. Something where they can take care of people, like management, or maybe running a kitchen, wherever they take care of things. So Cancer is also for hospitality. A mother can give good hospitality. So in the same way, if someone's Cancer is strong, they can be good at hospitality. Something to do with emotions is good for them. So the Cancer ascendant people, you will always find them emotional. They want to talk, they want to discuss about their emotions and all those sort of things. Now Cancer, after Cancer is Scorpio. Scorpio is a water sign ruled by Mars. So it is not like Aries, which is fire sign ruled by Mars. So Scorpio is more about planning, strategy, things like that. How will I teach my boyfriend a lesson? That is Scorpio, revenge. Secretive. So secretive. So Scorpio will not teach a lesson by going and fighting in public. Scorpio will say, okay, fine. Now I will watch what is going on. And then I'll catch him at the right moment and put him into trouble. So Scorpio is about strategy. It is also the sign of occult. So astrology is also Scorpio. Just like 8th house, similar to 8th house.
Yeah.
So astrologer also thinks, okay, what Arlene must be doing now? What is her traits? Means you are trying to look into the future, the unknown. So Scorpio is the sign, classical sign for the occult. Whether it is astrology, whether it is tarot, whether it is tantra, whenever you want to go into the mysteries of life, it is about Scorpio. So Scorpio ascendant, so people who have a lot of placements in Scorpio, immediately they'll be interested in astrology. They may be interested in metaphysics. They may be strategists, planners. They will plan how this company will do in the future and predict for that. And they will plan for that. So planning means you have to be able to gauge the future. Astrology, you have to gauge the unknown future. So Scorpio is the sign of going into the unknown. And Scorpio is also about revenge, strategy, things like that. Hidden things, hidden treasures. Things coming from the past which are hidden, secrets is related to Scorpio. So Scorpio ascendant, they will have a lot of secrets in their head. They will not tell you everything. Then you have what is called as Pisces. As I said, water is about creativity, emotion. So Pisces is one of the most poetic, creative signs. It is like 12th house because it wants to be alone, go to the sea, go to the ocean. Pisces is connected with water. That's why fish. The symbol of the fish. And two fish chasing each other's tail.
Yeah.
That means that is also their struggle in life, going round and round. So there is also this fish quality where they are in the water, they want to be in their own zone, creative zone, emotional zone. So Pisces can make good healers, good poets. They can also make good musicians, things like that. And it is a sign of knowledge, again, Jupiter, but ruled by water. So their style of Jupiter is different from that of Sagittarius. But Pisces also has a modern ruler called as Neptune, which has all the qualities of, which has very strong qualities similar to Pisces. And also Scorpio is ruled by Pluto in the modern sense. Because Pluto is again about deep, dark, mysterious side of life.
So you said Scorpio is also ruled by Ketu too.
Yeah, Scorpio is also co-ruled by Ketu. Co-ruler, not the main ruler. Okay. Just like you have deputy prime minister. You know, so co-ruler is also there. But how to use the co-ruler and all, that's a different story. So now we'll come to the point. So last 10 minutes, I'll explain to you how to use this now to join the houses.
Yeah.
And I'll explain it in a very simple way. Don't add any other new information to it.
Okay.
Just go with this information because this itself will be little bit complicated. So even for those who are watching, I would say just watch it with an open mind. Don't try to add new things to it. Just let's make it simple. So we have the, sorry, what am I doing? Yeah. So we have the chart, which is a rectangle.
Okay.
And we have, let's draw some things on this. Okay, just a minute. Yeah. So we have 12 houses. So first house, if you have to point, you will always point to the top center, right? You will always point here as the first house, which is also called as ascendant, Lagna, rising sign. So always the first house is here. Okay. But in some charts, you will see a number here. In all charts, mostly in the proper format, if someone has made the chart, you will see a number here. Let's say number 5. Number 5. Then there will be number 6 here. Then 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and so on. So what does this number 5 represent? It represents the sign of the first house, the ascendant sign. So first house sign is number 5. And number 5, what we discussed?
Leo.
Leo. right? So Leo is their ascendant, Leo is their first house, Leo is their rising sign. And then the other signs will follow. 6 is Virgo, 7 is
Libra,
Libra, 8 is
Scorpio.
Scorpio, and then we go on doing this till we reach Capricorn, till we reach Cancer in the 12th house. We go on writing 8, 9, 10, 11, right? We go on writing. So now each house has a ruler. So first house is what you said? What sign?
Leo.
Leo. Who is the ruler of Leo?
The
Sun.
sun.
Sun is the ruler of
Leo.
Leo. Let's say in somebody's chart, Sun is sitting in this position.
Okay.
So what will you say where the Sun is sitting, in which house?
7th house.
7th house. That is Harleen's favorite house. Okay. So let me see what is going on. Okay, yeah. So first house, let me write these things. So we took first house, correct? What was the sign?
Leo.
Leo, number 5. What was the ruler?
Sun.
Sun. Where is the Sun?
7th
Which
house.
house? 7th house. Okay. So we can say that first house ruler, which I can write like this, first house ruler is sitting in the
7th house.
7th house. 1-7 in Roman numerals. So we have to look at the house, we have to look at its sign, and the ruler of the sign is the ruler of that house. Simple.
Okay.
And then where it sits, we have to see in which position. Okay, now let's do this once again, because from Harleen's face, I know that she has not fully understood. It looks like.
No, I got it like whichever the houses we look at its sign and the
Okay, so let's do it
ruling
with an
planet.
example. Yeah, so that talking about it doesn't make any sense. So let's do it with an example. So now I want you to do something like look at the, let me just 1 minute. Let me just highlight this. Now we'll put our focus on the, where is the highlight? So this is a, no, this is, okay, wait, just a minute. So which is the second house?
Second house is 6th, so Virgo.
Second house, we see a small number 6, which is the sign?
Virgo.
Virgo. Okay, so let's just write that. Second house. Okay. What sign? Number 6?
Virgo.
Virgo. Now, who is the ruler of Virgo?
Mercury.
Mercury. Okay. And Sun and Mercury usually are together or somewhere behind, further or behind each other. So let's say Mercury is in the
7th house.
7th house. So what can we say?
Second and 7th house.
Yeah. So how will you write it?
Roman numeral 2nd-7.
Yeah. 2.7 in Roman numerals. Okay. Very simple. Now let's talk about, okay, before that, I'll just give you an interpretation of this, how to interpret it. And then we'll do just one more example. So first house ruler is sitting in 7th house.
Yeah.
So give me one quality of first house.
A self, a personality, ego.
One.
Ego.
Ego. Now, no, ego is not first house. How ego? Ego we never discussed. So talk about first house again. Any one quality, which I discussed, not what your mother or father taught you.
A nature.
Nature of the person.
Huh.
Nature means not mountains or oceans.
Yeah,
Nature of
nature
the
of the person.
person.
Yeah.
Nature of the person.
Yeah.
Right? So you gave one quality, nature of person. Now look at the other hand and tell me the quality of 7th house. One quality or one thing signified by 7th house.
Partnership.
Partnership. Relationship. Right? So
Yes.
nature of the person and relationship. So we can say the nature of the person is towards, he is attracted or she is attracted to relationships.
Okay.
Nature of the person, 1st and 7 are joined, right? 1 to 7. So let's take a better example. First house is the thinking. Khopda, head.
Yes.
Right? So someone whose first house is in the 7th, first lord, 1st and 7th are connected. Simple.
Okay.
They will always think about 7th house relationships. Thinking, relationships.
Yeah.
So that way you have to imagine, take one hand, take one quality, on the other hand, take the other quality, then see how you can join.
Okay.
Now, so they will always think about relationships because where the Lord of their thinking is going into the house of relationships.
Okay. Yes.
So they will always think about relationships. They will think more about relationships when their first Lord goes in 7th house. Now, just for fun, let's say first house Lord goes to the 10th house. Then what will they think about?
Authority.
Yeah, they will think about career, authority, right? They will think about their work or they will think about how I'll improve my career.
Yeah.
So the thing is that when we say, see, we know the keywords, but when we say, we have to say in a way that is sensible to the client.
Okay.
Otherwise, it doesn't make sense, no? So person is always thinking about their career. Now, first house is body. First house is the body. So first house is the ascendant, personality. So personality of 1st to 7th, what it will be like? 1-7. First house ruler is in 7th house. What kind of?
It will be more of leadership
Sorry?
quality. It will leadership.
No, 1st and 7th.
First ka quality and 7th ka quality you want to know.
Yeah. So first quality I said is personality. 7th is relationships. So this person, yeah, so he will be a people person. He will want to talk to people, people oriented person. Some people don't like to talk to others. So 12th house is the house of aloneness, being alone, isolation. So if first Lord goes to 12th house, the person will want to be isolated.
Okay.
They will not
now
want
I got it.
But that don't complicate it so much. Just take one quality of one house, other quality, and see if you can make a sensible sentence. Now take your second example. Last example we'll take. Second house and 7th house. Now forget about 7th house for some time now. Because of early all the time talking about 7th house. So now let's create another connection just for example purpose. Okay. So let's say somebody's
Venus.
so third house ruler, Venus, is in the ninth house. So we have 3 to 9 connection. 3 to 9. I think by now you know how I got 3 to 9.
Yeah.
So if third house and ninth house are connected, give me one quality of third house.
Activity.
Activity. Ninth house.
Ninth house. Father. नहीं 10th house is father. Ninth house का कित नहीं करा.
Okay, forget. So ninth house is temples, religion,
Spirituality.
spiritual activity. So just take the word temple. Don't take hundreds of words. Just take the word temple. So activity and temple. So they will like to go to temple. They will like to go to Gurudwara. Right? So their favorite activity is going to temple, Gurudwara, religious places. So in India, we do that. No, we go to a picnic. Vaishno Devi, go for picnic here, go for a picnic there. So it is a activity, but also related to religion. Ninth house is the guru.
Yeah.
So you will travel to meet your guru because third house is travel, activity, action.
Yeah.
Right? So travel to meet the guru. Travel to visit temples. All right. Now, if this same third lord goes to 10th house, you may travel for work. And that same third lord, if it goes to 7th house, you will travel for business. Same third house, if it goes to 12th house, you may travel abroad. But 9th house also can be abroad, but 12th house is more about going abroad and all that. Now, second house is Lord of Education. Second house is house of education. The second lord goes to 12th, this person has chance of studying abroad.
Yeah.
So as a homework, what you do, like Harleen and everyone who's watching, just take your chart and make the lordship. First connection, second connection, third connection. And you will see that everything in your life is linked to each other. Right? Somebody's marriage might be linked to their social life. And if this person, if he's not going out, if he's not socializing, it is difficult for him to get married. So it is a tool for self-awareness. Once we understand all these connections one by one, if we try to do everything together, we'll get confused. Okay?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think we've covered a lot of things today. So hopefully, I think we'll continue with these classes if Harleen is not yet scared of astrology.
No, it's interesting. Today's class was really interesting.
Yeah. So take it step by step.
Yes.
And don't try to, get too much of information. Okay, now Floyd has said about science, then I'll read all about science. No, it doesn't work that way. So this little bit that you've learned how to connect the houses, lordships or rulerships, that you just analyze.
Yeah.
Just connect the houses with each other. Take the keywords. Take one keyword at a time, step by step.
Okay.
Right? If you try to cut tomato, onion, everything at the same time and do everything at the same time, it will not become a nice dish.
Yes.
So we go step by step.
Yeah.
Yeah. So take it step by step, and those who are watching also take it step by step. And I hope you enjoy the journey. Cheers.
Bye.
Okay, bye. Thank you.
Yeah.